Type Ergo, E-R-G-O, in the comments if you want to learn more about postural ergonomics. Hey guys, it's Dr. Krista, co-founder of the American Posture Institute. And if you're anything like me, you've struggled to sit through ergonomic education in the past. Why? Because let's be frank, let's be really honest with each other, it was really boring. And the reason it was so boring is because it was focused on furniture and not people. Type Ergo in the comment box if you joined healthcare because you wanted to make an impact on the health and the lives of your patients and your clients. Type Ergo, E-R-G-O, if you want to learn more about postural ergonomics that puts people first and furniture second. So here's the thing, with traditional ergonomic education, the reason it was boring and painstaking is because it just focused on furniture and it just focused on the environment in which our clients were working. It completely neglected the human being within the workspace. We've completely turned that around with postural ergonomics. Postural ergonomics is a new school approach to ergonomics that puts people first and furniture second. In fact, with postural ergonomics, there's 4 key components. Now, with ergonomics, if you're just focusing on this last one, environmental, this is where you're falling into old school ergonomics, where you're missing a huge piece of the puzzle. We want to provide you with the training that you need to understand postural ergonomics to the fullest. And when you do, you'll understand the 4 components. We're going to go through each of those 4 components today. Again, this is Dr. Krista. If you're just joining us live, I want you to type Ergo, E-R-G-O, in the comment box so you can get more free trainings all about postural ergonomics so that you can implement this information with your clients. See, the thing is that as a healthcare provider, you're already making a great impact with your clients. I mean, they come into your practice, you give them a treatment, they leave feeling better, maybe they're standing taller if you do postural correction care. But here's the problem. The second that client walks out your door, you no longer are able to impact their ability to have a healthy life. You're no longer able to impact their ability of standing up straight and preventing postural decline in their workspace. What I want to do with postural ergonomics is arm you with the information that you need to help take care of your client outside of your workspace in their workspace. Let's face it, they're spending maybe an hour per week with us, maybe just 30 minutes per week, maybe just 30 minutes twice a month, maybe just an hour per month in our offices. What that client does outside of your office and does in their office has a greater impact on their health than what they're doing inside your office. So you're already doing great work by taking care of them with postural correction care. Now, how can you integrate postural ergonomics with your current treatment plans to help take care of the client in their workspace? Type Ergo, E-R-G-O, in the comment box so you can learn more about postural ergonomics and taking care of the client in their workspace outside of your workspace. This is the best way to get better results without spending more time per client. This is the best way to increase your income without spending more time per client. And this is the best way to make a huge impact on your clients so they can stay healthy in their workspace. This is the difference of them coming in one day saying, oh yeah, I felt better when I left, but then it came back a day later. This is that ability for them to go into their workspace and prevent postural decline while they're working so that you're able to get better results and actually have them move forward and progress their treatment plan. That's what postural ergonomics is all about. Guys, type Ergo just like George's has. Type Ergo in the comment box if you want to learn more. So let's go through these 4 components of postural ergonomics. Now, I already alluded to this in the beginning, that where traditional ergonomics starts and only focuses on is this 4th component here, environmental. So if you only focus on environmental, you're focusing on the environment and the furniture, but you're forgetting about the person within their workspace. Here's where I want you to focus first with these 3 components, and then we focus on the environment. So this is where postural ergonomics is different than traditional ergonomic education. Number 1 is function. How does the human being function within their workspace? Meaning, what is their range of motion? If I raise my arm up, am I hitting it on something? Does my environment prevent me from functioning properly within my normal range of motion as a human being? Do I have functional limitations preventing me from functioning at an optimal level within my workspace? That's what functional is all about. It's all about range of motion. It's mobility within the workspace. So if your patients or your clients have a limited function within their workspace, we know that this functional component of postural ergonomics is lacking. And what we're going to do is we're going to teach you in this free training some exercises and assessments that you can do for functional ergonomics. And then, so see how we're talking about the person first? This isn't about the workspace itself. It's about the person and their human function within their workspace and their human performance. And then we go to postural. So postural is all about being able to have postural fitness in your workspace, meaning do you go into a posture collapse in your workspace? So postural collapse means that I go flexor dominant. So instead of being able to resist gravity with nice upright postural design, as soon as I go to my workspace, or as soon as I get in my car, let's talk about that, even driving in my car to work. So I leave your office feeling good, feeling taller, I get in my car and drive to work, and I instantly go flexor dominant in this position. And then I get to my workspace, I check my cell phone before getting started with work, and I'm flexor dominant. And then I sit down at my computer in more flexor dominant position. So let me ask you this, are you setting up your clients so that they have good ergonomic design to prevent postural decline? So we want to prevent postural decline and postural collapse within the workspace. If not, what we're doing in our offices is only helping for a short amount of time. We're not retraining these posture habits with ergonomic essentials. Guys, it's Dr. Krista here with the American Posture Institute, and we are just getting started going through the 4 components of postural ergonomics. Where traditional ergonomic education has failed you in the past is just focusing here on environmental. We focus on human beings first and furniture second. So we're going through functional, postural, and brain-based, then we'll talk environmental. If you want to learn more about postural ergonomics and how you can integrate this with your clients to get better results and increase your income without spending more time per patient but taking better care of them, I want you to type Ergo, E-R-G-O, in the comment box, just as George and Jeremy have already typed in. Join us in learning more about postural ergonomics. So functional is how you function within your workspace. Postural is preventing postural decline with upright postural fitness in the workspace. And then here's this one. This is going to get really exciting. This is brain-based. So now our ability to function and move within our normal range of motion, our ability to prevent postural decline, and how to improve our cognition within our workspace. So there's a lot of triggers within our workspace that prevent us from being able to focus. Did you know that your reticular activating system, your ability to focus and pay attention and stay awake and alert at work, is directly correlated with your posture? So if we talk brain-based, this is our ability, this is neuroergonomics. This is our ability to focus and have higher levels of cognitive performance within our workspace. If our clients are not set up for success, they're going to lose track of what they're doing. They're going to have decreased productivity. This decreased productivity is also associated with their postural design and poor function. So these 3 components work together. This is your ability to move in your workspace, this is your ability to resist postural collapse, and this is your ability to have proper cognition and alert attention in the workspace. So we focus on the human being first, functional, postural, and brain-based, so they can move better, prevent postural decline, and have better cognition in the workspace. And then we get to the 4th component, which is environmental. How can we set up the environment to support better function of the human being in their workspace? So this is going to be things like raising your computer monitor up to eye level, having a sit-to-stand capable workspace. Now, the reason we want that environmentally is because it helps us function better as human beings, because we're actually moving throughout our workday. We're not just sitting there getting sitting disease. It helps us have better focused attention. It helps us change our posture more often so that we don't just have these sedentary postures all day long. So do you see how by focusing on the environment as that 4th component, we then understand how to set up the environmental workspace of our clients so that it supports good function, good posture, and good cognition with brain-based ergonomics. Guys, these are the 4 components. Now, I can tell you from experience that previous ergonomic education has just focused here on environmental. We want you focusing on human beings first, because if you're anything like me, as a healthcare provider, you didn't join healthcare to focus on furniture, right? You joined healthcare to help human beings live better lives. That's what you're going to get with postural ergonomics. That's where you're going to get breakthrough results with functional, postural, brain-based, and then that environmental component to support better function, posture, and neurocognition within the workspace. We want to teach you more about this with a free training that we have going live. So type Ergo in the comment box where you can learn more about postural ergonomics. By being an expert in postural ergonomics, you're setting yourself up for success in multiple different facets. One, you're going to get better results with your current clients because you're taking care of them in their workspace. Number 2, you're going to be making a difference in your community. Sitting disease is a rampant posture epidemic that is taking over our society. With modernization, sitting disease is everywhere. You're going to help take an active stand in your community against sitting disease. And on top of that, you're going to get in with local businesses and corporations to perform on-site ergonomic evaluations and go in and do posture workshops. Postural ergonomics is a win-win. If you want to learn more, type Ergo in the comment box below.